Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Bastards post-game show. You got myself, Nick, and Brendan's wearing the white traditional Red Sox jersey. We're here to recap the Angels series for you, with the Red Sox getting a thrilling 5-4 edge of your seat, edge of your pants kind of game to end today. So 5-4 was the final. Brayan Bello gave you 5 1/3, just about 6 innings. Not bad, but was able to get out of any more trouble thanks in part to the bullpen with Justin Slaten holding down things and then handing it over to Heart Attack Kenley in the 9th inning. And just by the edge of your seat, you were able to get the victory. But the Red Sox take 2 or 3 from the Angels. Definitely not the doomsday series against the Orioles that they just had. Look at a couple takeaways from here. Obviously, your offensive stars. You had the O'Neill and Casas back-to-back home runs. And then the big hit was Masa Yoshida's home run in the 6th inning. Big blast to right field. Brendan and I are here to break it down for you. Brendan, what was your takeaway from today?
Yeah, Nick, definitely the highlight. I would say the 1-2 punch of O'Neill and Casas, that was really exciting to see. And then, of course, Brayan Bello, he had really good command. Honestly, it was one of his best starts as of late. And it was a day start, so I think the narrative, I need to see a little more, of course, but the narrative might be pushed away that he can't pitch during the day. He looked pretty good in this game. Now, it was the Angels, but he had a good performance. He went 5 1/3. He could have kept going, but it started to get a little dicey. Cora switches in Slaten in the 5th, and then they turn a double play on the first pitch. It was really nice to see. The Bobby Dahlbeck experiment continues to fail, sadly. I just think he has to find a new spot with a little less pressure because he lights it up in AAA. I see the highlights every day when he's down there in Worcester, but it's non-existent in the big league club, and that's just kind of where we're at.
Definitely encouraging on Bello. I would agree with you. That's probably his best start so far of the season. I like the numbers on the Ks. 8 Ks, you take away from that, 2 earned runs. The pitch count's still high for me. I really want to see these guys 6, 7. I've talked about it a lot. We know from the past previous years where your bullpen gets extra taxed if you can only allow 4 innings, 5 innings, and that's it for your starting pitching. You need more length out of these guys. And it was a step in the right direction, no doubt about it, from today, from a nice quality outing from Bello. Quality start. We'll take those any day of the week. Kenley Jansen comes in for the 9th, gives up the run, hits a guy in the head, 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs, able to get out of the jam. I think he's getting pretty lucky right now. I don't know what your takeaway with Kenley is right now, but is he more of a heart attack than Craig Kimbrell was back in the day?
Honestly, it looks like it. This guy is out of shape and he is uninterested. And that's my takeaways from him right now. He doesn't want to be here, and I can tell. He's so nonchalant when he's on the hill. He shouldn't have even faced Mike Trout with 2 outs. And that was the moment they had runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs, and it's Mike Trout. And all I'm thinking is, man, we're screwed. And it shouldn't have even got to that point, I'll be honest. It should have been 9 pitches, 3 outs, and that's it. But yeah, he doesn't want to be here. He's uninterested. And I know a lot of people are fans of Kenley Jansen. I can tell he doesn't want to be here. And I don't want to bring any negativity from a win, which was really clutch. It was huge that they took 2 games here after getting swept by the Orioles. But I'm not a fan of Jansen right now. He has underwhelmed so far. He's anything but reliable for me right now.
My question to you, Brendan, here is, if Kenley Jansen doesn't want to be here, wouldn't you want to pitch better to get yourself some value so that way you can get out of here? I think he's hurting his cause. If he's that stubborn and doesn't want to go out and get the job done and make it really hard and not do great, what team's going to want you? So that's where I'm at with, if you want to actually go somewhere else, make it known. Be dominant. Let the Red Sox figure out what they're going to do with you. Because I think the Red Sox, even going into the offseason, I don't think there were many teams interested in him. And I think that's the reason why he's still here. Now, on that note for closing, we don't want to go back to where we were a couple years back, where it was the Matt Barnes of the world and who the heck knows is coming out in the ninth inning. I do like the ability of knowing that we have a closer. Pretty great track record, 100% from that. I was happy last year when Kenley Jansen came to town. Absolutely. But I don't like the attitude. I don't like that kind of checked out mentality. That's the body language I see, and I think you see that too.
Oh, I see it. And the reason why I know I'm done with it, and I think the team knows that they're ready to move on, is the Liam Hendriks move. I think that is going to be their ninth inning guy. That seems like someone that signed here, that wants to be here. Whereas Jansen he didn't realize where we're at, and he got turned off. All of a sudden, he's being a real diva about it, and he doesn't care about the process, playing for the team, representing the city, any of it. All I hear is complaining from Kenley Jansen. I know a lot of people love him. All I'm hearing is complaining from him. But Liam Hendriks, he's a guy. They have to figure out Chris Martin. I was at the game when he blew it. That guy was video game Chris Martin. He was lighting everyone up. He was a big fastball pitcher, and Andrew Bailey's taking away all the fastballs from all the pitchers. So I think they need to let him do him, honestly. He had a 1.05 ERA off of 80 innings or something, 60
last
innings.
Season.
He was filthy. So don't fix what isn't broken with Chris Martin. He'll be your eighth guy, and Hendriks will be your ninth guy. You might see Jansen get moved at the deadline, but I like what I see from the pen. Other than that, I feel like Jolie's improved a little bit since his first.
I agree on that.
Brutal stint. Winkowski is another one. What I see from when Nick Pivetta went down, instead of trotting out the Caleb Ort in the opener with Winkowski and all this stuff, instead they bring up Criswell from AAA, and Coop, he went 4. He has a little bit of margin for error. I think he can be that depth guy that they need, instead of doing what Bloom did last year, which was totally
those damn openers. I can't do that.
So
thankfully we haven't had that, which is really good with at least where the team's at for right now. So I'm happy with that, no doubt. And at the end of the day, you take 2 or 3 from the Angels, and now in comes the Guardians. So they'll be in tomorrow on Marathon Monday. Again, the game will be at 11 o'clock because that's the tradition again. When the Boston Marathon runs, Red Sox start at 11:05 is their time tomorrow. So eat your breakfast with the Sox. And we'll see what happens from there. I believe Cutter Crawford is on the hill tomorrow. Is that correct?
He should be, because Pivetta going down slots Cutter up.
That was Griswold, and they made all kinds of adjustments in the rotation to make it happen. So it looks like it should be Cutter Crawford for tomorrow against a Guardians team that is a big question mark on where they're going to be, especially without Tito Francona for their season. Definitely a weird kind of not looking into the dugout, seeing him will be pretty interesting for this upcoming series. So we'll be with you to talk about that series upcoming. We hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Happy Patriots Day, everybody.